Alright guys, first video on the three-wheeler ytm225dx. I've had several of these, don't have a need for it. Popped up on Marketplace, guy had it for $700 or $800. I shot him a lowball offer and he took it. Kind of made me mad, but I'm a man of my word. He said he'd take it, so I went and got it. He says runs on starting fluid and seems to go, but he said don't even bother airing the tires up. So the video for today is we're going to try to put some new tires on this thing. Probably get the back two done. I don't know about the front one. You know, they're a little bit more involved of removing the wheel. If these go swimmingly, maybe we'll get to it, but it'll be in this video for sure. Anyhow, that's what we're going to do. We bought one of these tire machines from there's the tires. We bought tires off of Amazon. I think they were $170 something for 3 of them, and I couldn't find them locally. We have an Atwoods here now, and Tractor Supply and Harbor Freight, and they had they're 22 by 11 by 10 by 8s, and they had 10s. They didn't have 8s, so the 10s were $100 a piece. So I got 3 for a lot less than that. Anyway, got this rig here from Harbor Freight. It's supposed to be bolted to a table, but yuck, got greasy. Supposed to be bolted to the table, but I broke down a golf cart tire just to see if it'd work, and I just clamped it in my vise. So that's what we're going to do here. It's really too tall for me, but got that and got this little apparatus. We'll get a tire off and get her rigged up. Not going to do a lot of detailed video on how to mount and dismount. I think I'm going to do a video on the tire machine itself and show how to do it, how to work it, how to break it down, what to look for. Because if you don't know, there's a right and a wrong way to break a tire down. See how this is thick on this side and thin on this side? You always want to pull it off of this side, never this side. Put it on upside down, break this bead first, flip it over, break this bead, lube it up, pull it off from the top. Some wheels are the same, both sides. They're both skinny like this. Some aren't, so you just have to watch for that. But anyway, we'll when we start doing mount and dismount, we'll get into all that mess. Anyway, we're gonna get at it and see what we can get done. Well, looks like a short video. First thing we run into is somebody's put bolts and nuts instead of studs holding the wheels on. But I got one off, and I got it over here in my Harbor Freight tire machine, and I did get the bottom bead broke loose, but I should have took this apart before I turned the camera on. This tire doesn't even have a valve core in it. I guess they put a tube in it, and it's got so much fix-a-flat in it that you can't hardly get it broke down. I'll get it broke down, but dealer dud on this unit is dud. We broke the end off of it. Tried to use it without that. Bent the little bar. I don't know if you can see that or not, or how good you can see it. Bent the little bar. So I'm going to take all of this to work with me, and this piece that holds the tire down is too tight. There it goes. And get our welder to make all this a little stronger. I was going to take it back to Harbor Freight, but you're just going to get the same junk. So the stand works okay. Well, I'll do a video on just the tire machine here in a minute. But as far as the three-wheeler thing, this is going to end it, because we got to have our tire machine rebuilt. We got to get these 2 tires off, and see if we can save the wheels. And in the meantime, I'll be shopping for wheels. I'm going to take all this to work and have my guy make this out of steel. Anyway, that's where we're going to leave it. Sorry I didn't get as far as I wanted. I wanted to get all 3 tires on it, but You know how it is. Well, this wheels are going to be in bad shape. I bet you there's, look at all the rust coming off of, just on the outside bead right here. So them wheels are probably going to be junk. And gosh, I really don't want to buy a set of wheels for this thing, but I guess if I have to, I have to. They're 3-lug, so you're not going to be able to find anything locally. It's going to have to be a direct fit item. But anyway, we'll get on the internet and look around and see what we can find. That's all we got today. Like, share, follow. I'll be back in a couple of weeks, hopefully with a new tire piece, and we'll work on this again. I was putting enough pressure on here that it was lifting the other side of my table. You see all the junk on it. So, you know, I would say as far as a tire machine goes, if you're doing lawnmower tires or new, you know, late model, you know what I'm saying, stuff that hadn't been abused for 30 years like this 3-wheeler, 40 years, whatever it is, 40 I guess, it'd probably be all right. You know, I did the golf cart tire. You see how clean it is. It came right apart. It worked great. But when you get into extremes, and when you're buying old projects, that's what you're going to get. Anyway, like, share, follow, stay along for the old 3-wheeler ride. Don't get thrown off. If you're scared, I understand. People are scared of these 3-wheelers. Just because you can't ride doesn't mean they're dangerous. Look how many people are killed by guns because they thought they weren't loaded, or, you know, an idiot's going to get hurt. It doesn't matter if he's playing with a stuffed animal. All right, that's my rant for today. I appreciate you subscribing and following along.